Hello reptile lovers, particularly bearded dragon lovers. My name is Peter with Biblical Dragons, and I wanted to show you how to kind of tell if a dragon is structurally healthy and looking good. Some things you want to look for when you first get a dragon is, are they short and stocky? This part in particular, this area, are they shorter? Okay, that's not usually good. You want it to be longer, well proportioned. You want their arms and their legs to be well proportioned. You want some good old muscle tone in their legs. Sometimes when they're malnourished or they have other issues, this will get sunken. It'll like protrude and you'll see bones sticking out. That's not good. You'll also see their fat deposits up here will get sunken in, and that's also a sign of a not healthy dragon. You then want to go to their mouth. Check if there's any underbite or overbite, side bite. Look at them straight on, look at them straight on, and make sure that there's no underbite or overbite for your dragon, okay? You also want to check their tail. You can just rub your hand straight down like this, and then under the underside, you're really feeling for a smooth, straight, almost as if you were holding a flat bone or a flat stick straight down. If you feel any like bends or kinks, that's not good. It could be a broken tail. It could also be just a sign of bad genetics. The other thing you want to look at is their toes. Are they straight? A lot of times weaker genetic dragons will have really kinked toes and all the good stuff. The reason I tell you all this is, in general, bearded dragons are fairly weak genetically. You can have 20 to 30 babies in every clutch hatch and all survive in captivity. In the wild, 50%, if not more, die within a few weeks. Other predators eat them. The reason why you're having 20 or 30 babies is because most of them die. So the ones that survive, the strongest ones. The absolute roughest, toughest dragons survive, and those are the dragons that end up breeding. In captivity, 20 to 30 of those babies will all survive and have relatively healthy lives, but they'll have defects and things that make them less ideal for breeding. But there's a lot of reckless breeders out there. There's also people that don't know what they're doing with breeding, and so they'll just take any old dragon. This is a male dragon, this is a female dragon, let's make some babies. Not looking into all the other aspects that might go into a dragon. You might have a perfectly healthy, everything looks good dragon, you breed them, and like 50% of the babies are not doing well at all. I would personally not breed that pairing again. That's a sign that there's a lot of stuff internally going on that we can't see, that is not good. That's why if there's any sign on the outside that there's something off, that's usually a good indicator that there's more things going on inside. Your liver is not the correct size. Your appendix is not the correct shape or form. There's so many things that are going on inside of us and inside living things that we just don't see. And so if they show themselves on the outside, whether in the form of deformities or things that just aren't what nature intended, or God intended, then you don't want to reproduce them. You don't want to breed them. And so generally speaking, out of every 20 to 30 babies, we really want to only breed 1 or 2 of those dragons. So, oh, I forgot another thing, guys. Another thing you want to look for is a really nice triangular head. The wider this part is and the more of a point you get, the better. With overbreeding and such, this has gotten shorter or smaller and smaller, and they make almost more of like a rounded head. It's not great. I don't think it affects health, but it affects how they look. I like a good looking dragon, a sexy looking dragon. I also like really cool decorative spikes. This guy's a leatherback, and he's actually a little thirsty, hence the, what you call this? Extra fobs of skin. What was I saying? Leatherbacks are smoother, less scales on here, but this particular guy still has really cool decorative, just intense spikes. People would call this a low quality leatherback. However, depends on what you're going for. Okay, now you can see his eyes, hopefully. And sexy little boy. This is Mordecai. He's one of our favorites. Really cool dude. Really good dad. And has produced some of our healthiest half reds. And this is his first year producing full reds. And we're still waiting for them to grow up to see if they're doing really, really good or not. Ciao, ciao.